Good morning, it's day 56 and the sun is shining bright and it doesn't look like there's a cloud in the sky yet. So hopefully it'll stay that way. Yesterday was a rough day. We were able to get almost 17 miles in, and today we're hoping to do the same. Both Kat and I, our knees were killing us at the end of the day yesterday because of all the steep up and down that we had to do climbing 2 passes. Today we don't have passes that we have to climb, but we do have 2 mountains that we're climbing up and over. So another day of climbing, which what do you expect? We're in the high Sierras. Also this morning, because of looking down so much yesterday, and then sleeping, on your back and on the ground, I woke up with severe vertigo, and it's positional vertigo, meaning that these crystals are on your ear. And I didn't know this until a few years back because it happened to me then, but there's little crystals that are on your ears, and when you look down a bunch or like I was doing yesterday, they can get displaced. When those little tiny crystals get displaced, makes you feel dizzy, woozy, nauseous, but just like your balance is all messed up. So I had to do this maneuver called the Epley maneuver to myself this morning, hopefully to get those crystals back in place. So I'm going to try not to look down as much as today as I did yesterday. So sorry, that sun, I know it's bright, but I'm happy for the sun. We're on our way up to our second climb of the day, and it looks like we're going to have to climb up that right there. Okay, we made it over our second mountain. We had 2 huge climbs. We climbed over 2 mountains within 8 miles. So that's kind of back to back. So we are feeling it. We're exhausted. But what's most disappointing is these 2 mountains that we climbed don't even have names. And they were tough. It was, first one had about a 10% grade climbing up. And then the second one had about an average of a 13% grade. So they were short, they were tough, and they need a little respect, and they need to be named. Maybe one could be named Kat and one could be named Margaret. Although, I don't know, both of those climbs were pretty darn tough. All right, we made it to our siesta spot, and Kat's still ranting about the 2 mountains, and she has a couple of names for them, but I can't say it on video. But here behind me is where our mats are, and then I'm going to turn around and you can see we've got this beautiful lake behind us. Kat's getting ready to filter some water, and so am I. So looking forward to some rest. Well, about 10 minutes after I made that video, clouds formed and thunder rolled. So Kat and I decided we're gonna set the tent up and just, instead of hiking in the rain like we did yesterday and the day before, we're gonna just take a little nap inside the tent. And I'm having my dessert. It's payday, dipped in Nutella. Yummy. We finished our siesta inside the tent. It stopped raining and we left late, around 5:30-ish, and we're gonna probably end up night hiking. The lake that we're walking past now is called Wilma Lake. Wilma! So this is Lake Wilma. We're still on our way to our campsite. We're headed to Falls Creek, and the sun's gonna set probably within the next 15 minutes. We'll run out of light probably before we get to our campsite, so we'll have to put on our headlamps. And it's a little bit scary because it is bear country, but hopefully we're making enough noise and we are sticking together that they won't mess with us. But you may be wondering, well, how do I know where the campsite is? And I use an app called GutHook, and I'll tell you more about that a little bit later, because it's a really cool app. And it's more like most people, or a lot of people, use paper maps. This is so much better than a paper map. So I'll tell you a little bit more about GutHook later on. We are still night hiking. We're getting really close to camp, probably less than a half mile away. So looking forward to getting there as soon as possible. We're hiking through a valley right now, so it's nice and flat, and there's mountains surrounding us. So I'm sure it's beautiful in the daytime, but we got to focus on the trail.